Some people recharge by going out, others recharge by staying in. And if you're someone who genuinely enjoys being at home, not because you're forced to, not because you're afraid, but because it feels right, then this video is for you. Psychology tells us something important. Loving to stay at home is not laziness, and it's not weakness. In many cases, it's intelligence, self awareness, and emotional regulation. But modern society doesn't always see it that way. We live in a world that celebrates noise, busy schedules, constant social interaction, and being out there all the time. So when someone chooses the quiet of home, people often assume something is wrong. But psychology says otherwise. Let's understand what's really happening inside the mind of someone who loves staying home. One, home is a safe mental environment. From a psychological perspective, home represents control. At home, your brain doesn't need to stay alert for social threats. There's no pressure to perform, no need to impress, no need to explain yourself. Your nervous system relaxes. Research shows that when we feel safe, the brain shifts from survival mode to recovery mode. Stress hormones lower. Thinking becomes clearer. Emotions stabilize. For people who love staying home, this environment allows the mind to finally breathe. Home becomes a psychological shelter, not from the world, but from unnecessary stimulation. Two, they are not antisocial, they are selective. A common misunderstanding is that home-loving people hate people. That's not true. Psychologically, these individuals often value depth over frequency. They don't need constant interaction to feel connected. They prefer meaningful conversations over small talk. Social energy is limited, and they choose to spend it carefully. This selectivity is actually linked to higher emotional intelligence. They know what drains them and they avoid it. Three, the role of introversion. Introversion is not shyness. Psychology defines introversion as a preference for low stimulation environments. Crowded places, loud conversations, and constant engagement overload the brain faster for introverts. Home provides balance. It's not about fear, it's about energy management. Many highly creative thinkers, writers, and problem solvers throughout history preferred solitude because solitude gives the mind space to wander, reflect, and create. Four, they have a strong inner world. People who enjoy staying home often have rich internal lives. They think deeply, they imagine, they reflect. Instead of seeking constant external stimulation, they explore their inner thoughts. Psychologists link this to higher self awareness. These individuals don't need noise to escape themselves because they're comfortable being alone with their mind. That's a rare skill. Five, modern life overstimulates the brain. The modern world is loud. Notifications, social media, endless opinions, endless comparison. For many people, staying home isn't avoidance, it's recovery. The brain wasn't designed to handle constant stimulation. People who choose home often subconsciously protect their mental health. They step back before burnout happens. Six, home lovers often value routine and control. Psychology shows that predictability reduces anxiety. At home, routines are familiar, the environment is known, there are fewer surprises. This doesn't mean these people fear change, it means they don't crave chaos, they create peace intentionally. Seven, they are often misjudged. Society praises visibility. If you're quiet, private, or absent from social scenes, people may assume you lack ambition or confidence. But many home loving individuals are ambitious internally. They build skills quietly. They think long term. They work when no one is watching. Psychology calls this intrinsic motivation, motivation driven by purpose, not validation. Eight, loneliness vs solitude. There's a big difference between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is pain, solitude is choice. People who love staying home usually choose solitude, and studies show that chosen solitude can increase creativity, emotional balance, and clarity. The problem arises only when solitude becomes isolation, and that's a different conversation. Nine, WH home feels more real than the outside world. Outside, we perform roles. At home, we are ourselves. No masks, no expectations. Psychologically, authenticity reduces mental load. That's why home feels lighter. 10, it's not a phase, it's a personality trait. For many people, this preference doesn't disappear with time. And that's okay. Not everyone is meant to live loudly. Some people are meant to live deeply. 11, when staying home becomes a problem, psychology is honest. If staying home is driven by fear, trauma, or avoidance, it deserves attention. But if it's driven by peace, clarity, and self-knowledge, it's healthy. The key question is simple. Do I feel calm or trapped? 12, embracing your nature. The most mentally healthy people accept who they are. If home is where your mind settles, honor that. You don't need to justify it. You don't need to explain it. You don't need to change it. Loving to stay at home doesn't mean you're missing life. For many people, it means they've finally found a place where life feels quiet enough to hear themselves think. And in a noisy world, that might be the healthiest choice of all.